Yo, what is up? It's DeCosmic here. Alrighty, family. This is DeCosmic with another deep dive, essentially, into Remark Holdings, and I'm here with Bill. He reached out to me on StockTwits, and he's just got a whole lot more information that we did a little gloss over a little bit. We focused a little heavily on Remark Holdings' thermal capabilities and didn't go into detail on how big and how much prospect that Remark Holdings has, and not just the thermal capabilities, but with all of their AI technology. So, without further ado, Bill, if you would like to take it away, it's all yours.
Yeah, guys, I'm here to try to just maybe shake it up a little bit, if you will. A lot of what we're going to say is based off of fact. A lot of it is speculation, but one other thing I want to do is debunk some of those um, nasty things that a lot of the bears are saying without too many facts. And I want to put like a brick and mortar sense into this company. I want to definitely start out with a little background on how they came to be where they're at now, and then maybe go spot by spot and actually look at how impactful some of these new clients in the thermal division is going to be. We definitely want to thank DeCosmic for the space, and if you guys want to just jump in for the sake of time, I'm happy to. Or if you want to direct it in a certain way, let me know, man.
I'm good. You can do what you need to do.
All right, so let's just go ahead and jump straight in here. Got a couple of charts here. Um, this is the price history here. Hopefully the screen is being captured here without a problem. Um, I like looking at Yahoo Finance personally. I guess that's a little plug for them. And if you could see, I don't know if the video is going to be big enough or not, but if you could see, this shows a chart that goes back 16 years to when the company first started. Originally speaking, they were actually known as How Stuff Works um, Incorporated, HSW I. And what they did was they created online educational content with the primary market in China and Brazil. And as you could see from their earlier days, the stock moved. It was definitely very, very profitable. What you're going to see here is that it comes to a near standstill during the financial crisis of that time frame. And around this time, it's still previous CEO. Xing hasn't taken over yet. So the vision of the company is a little bit different. One thing that we do know is that they're definitely a holding company. They're definitely purchasing lifestyle companies with the objective of expanding and with the objective of getting into markets overseas, internationally, primary China. Um, so as you keep going down this line, you're going to see another spike in 2018. I do have another chart that I'd like to go into here that specifically goes into the price around 2018. You could see the time frame where it actually starts spiking is around October of 2017. And just for historical references, this is when the really nasty shooting took place in Las Vegas, right there on the strip. And so this is around the time that Xing starts talking about first introducing AI. And so the primary purpose of these cameras wasn't anything to do with thermal. It was identifying suspects. It was about casino security. It was about marketing opportunities. You see all the videos with people going down the escalators and the accounting and everything and stuff. So, it doesn't. This is very important because as we go into the earnings call on Monday, we're in a different kind of pandemic. But this shows you how investors react during pandemics, and it very much could be a driving force with the stock going into the earnings call on Monday. I want to, like I said originally, make this like more of a brick and mortar type conversation where we actually take a look deeper into this company. But before I go there, let me open it back up to the Cosmic. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the brief history and this spike and how potentially it could lead to another spike going into Monday.
So with my speculation on that spike that started in 2017, what it shows me is that this company knows how to have legs. It it's not it is this does look like a quote unquote pump and dump chart where it spikes exponentially and then it just fades right back off. But it didn't happen over a course of a couple of weeks. It happened over the course of 4 months from its bottom to its top. It was a 4 month run. So it shows that this company knows how to promote itself and how to keep its shareholders interested. And and with that, I've I've noticed that it's doing the exact same pattern. It's starting to go up, but then kind of consolidate and bounce in between a couple of ranges. And one thing that I will always say, especially since I love technical analysis, is stocks are just like muscles. They have memory. If a stock it was a supernova in the past, it's going to more likely be a supernova again. Don't know when, or they could go bankrupt, but they have the higher chance of running like that again. Now, as far as that actual spike, I just know it was a marijuana sympathy play as it ran, just because that was a huge time for pot stocks. Um, but other than that's all I have on that spike. Go ahead and give it back over to you, sir.
Yeah, and that's a pretty um, good way of giving an overview or a synopsis. Obviously, anytime you're trading, you're going to want to do your own research. So, if you really want to get into that 2-3 hour conversation, you may have to bring over a nice bottle of whiskey. We may have to actually get some cigars and get to know each other a little bit better than over YouTube. But I'm definitely happy if anybody has any questions, you could reach out to me. More than happy to try to break it down even further and help you understand those exact drivers. We can't give you 100% exact because, we're just consumers just like you. And what makes a person buy or trade a stock at the consumer level can sometimes be very, very difficult to understand. But overall, the overall drivers, I think you hit it on the point. And so let's leave that where it is. The bottom line, we're establishing a history because we want to show how it might be able to repeat itself and why we're so excited about this call on Monday, if you will. And with that being said, I do want to go and I like going on Google Earth personally, trying to give people an overview of what's exactly going on here. Right now, I have it in Las Vegas. And so, really, I think this company came onto people's radar beginning of May. Huge announcement that Wynn Casino was going to be using their technology. And so Google Earth is a 3D satellite that's in space, and I can't say this enough. The fact that you could read clear as day that it says Win on one building, Encore on the other building. They have their own private golf course. I cannot stress enough just the magnitude of this building. We're going to show you some other clients just to give you a perspective of just how huge this building is and how much it signifies the fact that a company that is worth billions jumps on board and shows consumer confidence. The journey really starts. It's going to start over at this is an office space building. In case you guys don't know this, the CEO Xing Tao, he's very big on office spaces. He actually rents an office, 3960 Howard Hughes Parkway. This big building right here. It's literally, if you put this in perspective, it's literally a mile away from their first quote unquote major client, the Win. And so, we always see him on Twitter. He's always traveling. He's always going around the world. But the fact is that he has a local office. when they need him, he's there. He's got the meeting rooms in there. He's able to come over to win. He's able to actually give a lot of his clients a lot more personalized attention than some other businesses might be able to do. While we're here in Vegas, to put into perspective, we can keep going down. Here's the Las Vegas Strip, right? And so if we go over here to, I think it's 620 Flamingo Road, I want to show you he's right here. I want to show you this restaurant here. This is the Lotus of Cyan. And so this is a pretty big restaurant. Well, I believe it's world renowned. I've never been there myself, but we go here, we can zoom in here. And the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm even walking through this is because I really want people to visualize that these are real places. These are genuine places. It hasn't been unlike the Bears, and these are things that you generally need to know about as an investor. Where are the clients at? What are they doing? We're going to go back up, and we're going to, let's see here. I'm all over the place. Don't mind me. I'm not the best with the
No worries, fam. We're all not the best here. This is literally just so we can get the information out there.
But what I want to do here is I want to go a little bit further north, and I want to show you something here. Let's see here. That's Circus. I'm literally all over. Okay, so I want to zoom in here, and I'm going to show you in a second what's going on here. I want to show you the street view over here, because if you go onto Remark's website now, they don't list the office share anymore. They actually list this. Basically, it's a warehouse here. You could see this used to be gambling supplies. Maybe it was part of Shing's Paradise business where he does a lot of gambling supplies for Macau and stuff. But the reason I'm showing you this is because this is a warehouse. And we're going to zoom back in here so you could see the size of this warehouse. If you're not actually shipping products, you don't have the need to rent out a giant, probably at least 10,000, 15,000 square foot warehouse. And so Shing has a lot of inventory. He's got a lot of cameras. And if he doesn't, he's expecting a lot of cameras coming in, and he's expecting to handle them locally. Since we're in Vegas, we might as well take a peek across the street here. Eventually, we'll see a hospital sign. All right. And so let's go back to 3D just to give you an idea. It's basically been confirmed that they're at the University Medical Center. You can see here on the side of the building, their trauma unit is at least 4, 5, 6 stories tall. You can see the parking garage is larger than the parking garage at most local malls. This is a very serious client. And this client in particular makes me very curious because, as we speculated with the win, this has multiple buildings. So this isn't your 25K, let's get one camera type. No, this is going to have multiple cameras and multiple entrances as well. The last place we want to hit up, and again, in Vegas, then I'm going to open it back up to DeCosmic. Let's get back over here. Over here, right here. This is the convention center, and again, I'm showing you this visually because I really need you to understand the size of these buildings and the fact that these aren't just a mom and pop grocery store. Even the Lotus of Siam, that's a very big restaurant. That's like the size, of like 3 traditional buffets. It's not just a 10-seat restaurant where people are coming and getting their orders and going. This convention center, to put in perspective, is the same size as a golf course, and a golf course, 18 holes, literally huge. So I think this is great. I think this actually puts brick and mortar. The fact that they rented a huge warehouse completely debunks the fact that they're going broke. They don't actually sell products. They're just demos. And also the fact that people are claiming that, they were sued by their landlord. Clear as day, you could see if you go back here to their original building, that's an office share. You can go on their website. They sell rent offices for $300-400 a month, and so there's no way in hell they're going to default on 3-4. Shing himself makes $350K in comp. He could pay it out of his own pocket without even breaking a sweat. So those are my 2 cents about Las Vegas. I don't know if you had any questions for me. I'm going kind of fast for the sake of time, but more than happy to slow down if you have any questions.
Oh no, I mean that you're this pace is perfect. Um, I was actually looking right now for that photo of the UMC's uh, Remark Holdings setup, and it's legit. And I found it right here. And so for the sake of screen share, you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm doing it for the video. It's right here on this Twitter, and it's from, you guessed it, S&E Weather. This dude, he does amazing dive on the current news breakings for Remark Holdings, and there you go. I mean that this is almost proof, and this is from the other Remark Holdings Twitter, which it's not the verified one, but at the same time you can't fake facts. I mean you just can't. You really can't fake all this. This is right there in the hospital. So this stuff is really exciting to me, honestly, and it shows that we are potentially sitting on a gold mine for anybody that's invested in this stock. And I've been doubting on it for months. And the one thing that I do want to see is if that Disney rumor is true or not. Um, it would make sense to me, honestly, for the two competitors that could actually get into Disney. It would be on either Mark or FLIR, and FLIR doesn't have the crowd scanning capabilities with the AI that Remark Holding has. So that's just my speculation. Um, and if y'all go back far enough on my Twitter, some of my first posts about Mark was showing this website called CSI Markets that had Disney as a list of potential clients. And then whenever Mark said that they had non-disclosure agreements, the list of their potential clients or their list of actual clients was just wiped away. Like you didn't see anything else, which makes me think that this information actually was taken off the internet it was not supposed to be disclosed. So we don't know. Like I said, it's all speculation. But man, other than that, I don't have anything else. So if you want to go ahead and continue to your next topic, that'd be great.
Yeah, and it's actually going to be a similar topic. I just wanted to go and show some more clients that pretty much we can say have gone as far as to say that they've confirmed. For our next journey, we're going to leave beautiful Nevada. We're going to go back over here to Florida. So zooming now, we're going over to Kent Security, if you can see on the screen. Not really sure how much is and isn't shared. Again, I want to zoom in here. I want to actually show you when you actually search for them that just like with Remark, this is a clear warehouse here. This is not a corporate headquarters. This is an industry that, again, they're trying to buy product. They're trying to move product. Yes, you could see Kent Security if you could read really good. If not, you could zoom over here. You could see their logo there. And I want to stress the fact that, okay, Kent Services, they do provide security. They do provide other services. But unless you're actually trying to move merchandise, there really would be no need for a warehouse. So the fact that they're saying that they're actually giving this product out, again, confirms, well, a lot of us are thinking that Remark has gone away from the digital platform and they've pretty much gone into sales. If we go over, this is nice, beautiful Florida here. And We could zoom in here, and I'm actually going to go and see if I could find the one hotel uh, going through here real fast without actually having to search for it. If not, we'll do a quick search. All right, boom, right there. And you know how I know this is the one hotel? Because I could recognize their poolside, their rooftop bar there. You could see how many places there are for you to go and rest. Rooftop bar, like I said, rooftop restaurant. Look at all the swimming pools this place has. If you come onto the beach, you can't even count how many different canvases, different places to lay your head and rest is. This is not a spring chicken. We're going to go into 3D here. We're going to see the size of the building itself, multiple entrances as well. So, I mean, just alone, this client could easily be getting 3, 4 cameras. At the very minimum, you're talking about one for guest services, where the guests come in and one for.
If I could interrupt real quick, your audio is cutting out a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually picked up the phone and played around with it a little bit. Where was I at? Okay.
They got potential 3 or 4 cameras.
Yeah, so this place has a potential of 3 or 4 cameras. At the very least, they're going to have two, one for the customers, one for the employees. I go into 3D just so you could see the size. This is not a $100 a night hotel. This is a mega hotel. This is where a lot of rich people, celebrities will go and actually, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, actually tagged him not too recently ago. Let's go over to I'm not, and again, I'm not here to just list all the clients. We all can do our own research. I just want to show you some around Kent Services. Aventura Mall actually has a COVID essential stores that has a Kent Services. They do advertise 100% it's Kent Services, which uses the thermal camera as well. I want to show you the size of this mall for effect and just for the potential of one single shop inside the mall is using it. Imagine if that catches on, and imagine if other stores say, "Hey, we saw your YouTube and we want to get on board." And so I really can't emphasize enough the fact that the client list is growing every day, and the fact that I'm not only optimistic for the quarter 1 results, but I'm actually very optimistic for those quarter 2 results once all these players start to generate revenue. Before I kind of like end my part and we get back into discussing some more speculation and everything, I do want to go back to Las Vegas area. I want to go over to Henderson, and my whole point was how they transitioned away. You could even watch videos of Shing where, in the past, he's pretty much said that they're a lifestyle brand. They're targeting the millennials. They're targeting China, and before their bread and butter, he's made it very clear, was this call center out here. I want to show you that it is a real life brick and mortar. You can see Vegas.com right there, Henderson, Nevada. And they've taken this place out of their portfolio. They've paid up their debt, and they've made it very clear that they're 100% committed to these thermals going forward. The reason why we focus on the thermals, the reason why we don't go into their holdings in ShareCare, their holdings in bikini.com and all these other places is because this is the play. This is what's going to drive the price. And, to me, this is what excites me. This is what makes me excited to be holding shares and to be able to talk about it, really. I want to give it back to Cosmic. He might have some input. He's very intelligent. He's read a lot. So go ahead, man. I'm going to let you take over, see if you have any more questions. And then I'm pretty much going to stop video sharing so we can get into some more anticipation for Monday.
All right. So with Remark Holdings and what they've been doing recently, I want to say my biggest green flag, and I should have. This is all hindsight trading. I should have, placed options, gotten shares, put a whole different account just for Remark, just because ShareCare is not a joke. To have a 10% stake in ShareCare must allow you to have a 10% stake in there. You can't just say, "Oh, I want to buy this." No, if you're going to be a representative or owner of this company, the company is going to want you to be actually commendable and respectable and a legitimate company. And that's how I see it. And that may be speculation on my part, but if it's something that's it's possibly going to IPO soon, we we have no. It's too good to ignore, and all these signs are too good to ignore. Now, I know that a lot of I don't even want to say just bears. I want to say speculative traders, people who have been around for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, who have seen pump and dumps. Yes, most of the time they are right. Most of the time, a stock that runs will end up being pumped, and then they will get dumped. The reason why I don't think Mark is going to do this is two reasons. One, the sideways action over this past month, purely off the stock alone. And two, when was the last time they dropped an offering? You tell me that. I think they've dropped one within the past 3-4 years. They have not. This is not a stock that drops a whole lot of offerings. So what does start to sketch me out a little bit is coming up here soon. They're going to be able to dilute their shares. But I'm not scared about that because I think it is strategic that they're going to be able to dilute their shares after their Q1 earnings, after these shares are going to start. There's a massive interest on it. And once they start going up, the dilution will drop the stock price a little bit. It may decrease the volatility. But like you said, Q2 earnings, holy cow. Like, I have options holding through Q2 earnings right now, just because I do believe that this thing is going to go. And my options are a great strike price. For me, honestly, $3 strike price is a beautiful option to hold, just because they're only 40 cents off of it, and that was a 50-cent option. I spent $50 on that option, just one of them, and I'm at the money, not in the money, but I'm already green on that option just because it is looking positive for this stock. So if y'all don't know anything about options, if my option is already green and it's not even close to being $3 yet from when I bought it, that means other people are seeing it. Other people are thinking it's valuable. And that price at $3 strike is going to be valuable here in the near future, or at least by my expiration date. So that's all I've got a little to put in there is share care is the biggest thing that I see that is going to really solidified we're not just another pump and dump company. Because looking at the chart from 2017, 18, yeah, it looks like a pump and dump. But now it looks like it could, but at the same time, they have a whole lot of green light. And I'm not saying that 8-9 months down the line, they could definitely go out of business. They can go bankrupt. Anything can happen to any company at any time. But as of right now, in the short-term future that I'm seeing, and whenever I say short-term, I'm talking about a couple of 4 weeks to 2 to 3 months, this is going to be a massive play that should be on a lot of people's radar. So that's essentially all that I can think that I had prepared for everybody. If you've got more, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. And let's go back to ShareCare for a second here. This isn't a thing where ShareCare came to Tao and said, "Hey, you got a couple of spare change lying around." No, this is a thing where they actually helped found ShareCare. At the time that ShareCare was being first established, first of all, if you don't know anything about ShareCare, that Arnold, the CEO, is the guy who created WebMD. So, when you're at home trying to find a reason not to go to work, looking up that symptom diagnostic tool that a lot of us have probably been guilty of using in the past. The guy who created that, he's the guy who then came around, and he's now the CEO of ShareCare. Shing actually sits on their board, something which, again, not just an investor, not just having ownership in there. I'm not sure if it's 10%. I think it's closer to 4.55%, but any analyst will easily argue that this is easily close to $100 million in assets. And what Remark is as a business is they're a holding company. So that means that every entity that they hold, whether it's a share in ShareCare, whether it's bikini.com, whether it was previous banks.com, IRS.com, not .gov, obviously, taxextension.com, all these previous subsidiaries that they owned, each one operates independently. If, for example, bikini.com goes broke tomorrow, it does not impact a Remark holding as much as you think because they're not personally liable for the liabilities of that company. They're their own separate entity, and they're just an owner of again the shares, the stock, the equity, and anybody can go and research what a holding company is. People might think of big companies like Berkshire Hathaway. That's a great example of a conglomerate. They own Heinz, they own See's Candy, they own all these other divisions. So when you think about Remark, the first thing you got to do is you got to understand that because they have all these different entities, they're very, very flexible. That warehouse I showed you didn't even have Remark logoing on it because that's how new it is that they've acquired it. That's how new it's been since they've actually started shipping these cameras and actually getting them in bulk, taking them into the shop, installing the hardware, branding it, boxing it, and getting it out the door. It's so new that the CEO himself is going around town selling. And you've seen where this guy's been hanging out, who he's been hanging out with. The meals at the restaurants where he's taking selfies are these aren't your $20 let's go to IHOP and get some steak and eggs type places. These are fancy joints. Some of the and he's meeting with TikTok possibly to exchange data so he can continue his research for the facial recognition software. He's meeting with developers up in New York City. I chose to show you Florida because that's where I'm at. I'm very familiar with it. And also I've been to Vegas a lot and I'm very familiar with that town. But again, they have a distributor up in Ohio, which is also based out of a warehouse. I think it's I'm not really sure what it's like, Anthony Sean something. I can't remember. Call it old age, but if I look in my notes, they definitely do have that distributor there. And so to me, it's exciting. And to me, the fact that, like I said, the warehouse that they're operating at doesn't even have their branding on it yet shows how new they are into this play and how quickly it's going to be able to skyrocket. You got to remember, these cameras not only sell for thousands of dollars, they also have subscription fees monthly where they're paying them to maintain the software and to help them store the data, analyze the data, and then create marketing reports and other applications. 3%. Xing has said this in the reports. 3% of the capabilities goes into thermal scanning, getting 120 people on their most advanced camera per minute, and things of that nature. So if 3% is barely scratching the surface with thermal, and this is what's getting them in the front door, they have another 90% to continue to grow and expand. I'm very excited. I think DeCosmic is very excited as well. And if you guys have any questions, you let me know. If I can answer them, I'm more than happy to. But if not, definitely if you're planning on buying Monday, usually around quarter earning times is a good entry point because those results can definitely drive the price up or down. I'm not recommending one way or another because I don't want you to come back and say, hey, but I definitely am very excited. I definitely hold shares myself as well. And so, based off of what I've seen, I'm definitely very excited. With that being said, I'm going to let DeCosmic wrap it up. We may be coming out with some more videos down the line, so definitely hit that subscribe button. And like I said, if you have more personal questions, if you want us to focus on a specific area, please let me know. I've been researching this company for over 2 months as well, and I'm excited to see where they go in the future.
All right, awesome. Well, Yeah, I do agree. This is a very exciting play, and I mean, and it's trading. So we're either going to have happen two things. We're either going to lose our ass, where we have to cut our losses, or it's going to go up. And right now, all the signs to me for the 6 years I've been studying the stock market, these are good signs to go up. But hey, that's just my speculation. Bill, if you want, like, I know this goes to show how much integrity that you have. He doesn't even want to promote his StockTwits, but like you said, if you want to go ahead and let the people know where they can find you so they can ask these questions, of course they can leave a comment here. They can message me on StockTwits or Twitter, but I also want to link your information down below in the description, just so that people can reach out to you, because good research should be rewarded in this day and age, because a lot of the people that are on trading are doing trading information. They're just like, oh, buy this stock, it's going to go up. Why? I don't care if it's going to go up. I want to know why it's going to go up, because then I can identify why another stock in the similar circumstance could go up as well in the future. So, with that being said, Bill, go ahead and let these beautiful people know where they can find you.
Well, I go by WarriorBill on StockTwits, and that's probably the best place. You can always follow me, direct message me if you need to. And I mean, my real thing is I'm kind of like a bit of a closet nerd. I've been looking at the market for probably close to 30 years, give or take. So I'm really into technology. I'm really into some of these plays that are coming out. I have researched some other companies as well. And so if you definitely want to know about some other companies that I look into, I can definitely share that with you. I'm not saying to invest. I'll tell you the ones I'm invested in, and we can go from there. But definitely, if there's anything technical you want me to look at, just try to give you a no nonsense read of it. By all means, just find me on StockTweets. I'm not gonna say that I have $1 million portfolio. I'm not even gonna say I have $100,000 portfolio. I'm mostly in it to study the science and to understand where society is going, things like that in general. I'm personally retired, so whether or not this stock goes up or down is not going to mean that I'm going to be able to live the G6 life or anything. So I just want to put those caveats out there. And like I said, if you just need a no nonsense look at something, more than happy to help you out and go from there. I'm not trying to promote any special causes. We're not getting paid for this. We're just here to kind of ride that wave.
Very, very well said, my friend. Well, that wraps it up. I'm actually going to start naming this the Anonymous Traders StockCast. Not a podcast, it's a StockCast, because all we like to do is talk about stocks, companies, and what they're doing, and how we all can make some money. And if y'all don't know, the Anonymous Traders is our chat room, and it's actually our brand that myself, Mother Goose, and Spaznaut has created, and you'll see their socials down in the description. And we have our website. We have our Discord server where there's a free chat room with about almost 300 other traders that are talking, sharing ideas about stocks, learning from each other. We do have a subscribe star for any support, because the more support that we get, the more that we can give to y'all, because we are working with other companies, and this StockCast is actually growing. We're in the process of actually getting to interview some big people and some things that you're not going to want to miss. So like Bill said, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, share this with your friends. I know this is a long one, but hey, y'all loved the last one. I love doing this for y'all. Y'all have a good one, guys. Peace.